What's up guys, Jimmy here, and today I want to talk a little bit about Season 5 and my expectations. This is a video that I wanted to make about a week ago or so, and I never really got to make it. I'm recording this right before going live on Twitch, by the way. I'm, as always, streaming right before Capcom Cup, so if you're watching this right now and Capcom Cup is not live so far, then go over to twitch.tv/mdz_Jimmy. I'm going to be live. I'm basically the waiting room for Capcom Cup. That's what I like to call it. So make sure to tune in and we'll have some fun before Capcom Cup starts. Capcom Cup, by the way, has been pretty interesting so far. The production quality is pretty cringe, honestly. There's lots of stuff that is just way worse than any other year before. And apparently there are some good reasons for this, which doesn't really give me a lot of hope for the future, though. Initially, I was really excited for Capcom Cup. I still am. I think the matches, for example, have been godlike. I've just caught up to all of the matches up until top 16. You should really check it out at Capcom Fighters on Twitch. It's been amazing, really. Lots of clutch sets. Lots of sets going to the final game, final round. So when it comes to the quality of the matches, at least this has not been disappointing. Some people have been disappointed with the Rashid mirrors, but besides that, I think it's okay. I think even though we have a lot of Rashid this year at Capcom Cup, at least it's a flashy character. I don't mind watching Rashid that much, but I gotta agree, if you see that many Rashid players, at some point you really wish he wasn't that strong. So yeah, those are just my 2 cents on Capcom Cup. So let's talk about Season 5, because this is something I've barely talked about, and even today I'm not gonna, I don't really have a lot of thoughts on this, but I still want to share this because it's such a common question on my channel, what I'm expecting for Season 5 Ryu, or what I would wish. And there are some really simple answers to that. I really just wish Ryu's bad matchups weren't that strong. The reason why Ryu struggles so much in Season 4 is really because of the bad matchups that he has. He cannot beat Akuma, he cannot beat Birdie. Those are 2 really problematic matchups. On top of that, there are a lot of challenging matchups simply because Karen, for example, is just so dominating, and a lot of others as well, like Zeku. There are a lot of characters that can beat Ryu so heavily on the ground that you feel like you're not allowed to press any button at any point. And I think this should be addressed by buffing Ryu's normals a little bit. There's really no reason for Ryu's normals to be that bad. And we've kind of seen this already. So apparently through the trailers that we've seen for the new V-skills, Ryu's crouching medium kick has a range buff. Apparently this is the case. I mean, it's not confirmed or anything like that. They could have also just extended the hurt box of Kage in that V-Skill 2 showcase, so we don't really know for sure, but let's assume, which is really reasonable to assume, crouching medium kick has a range buff. This is absolutely necessary, but at the same time I really wonder what else they're going to do to the normals of Ryu. I see a lot of suggestions surrounding this where people just want crouching medium kick to literally do everything. To have faster startup, to have more range, to combo properly into Fireball. I don't really think this is a good idea. This is something that I talk about quite a lot on my Twitch channel as well. Whenever these suggestions come up to buff Ryu, they always overextend their expectations, I feel. Because if you make crouching medium kick that good, why would you ever use any of the other normals of Ryu? And this is the problem, right? Crouching medium punch, for example, has a very, there are good reasons to use it right now. And you have to always ask yourself, okay, do I want the properties of crouching medium kick or crouching medium punch? Because they are different and they have pros and cons. And if you just give a crouching medium kick everything that crouching medium punch can do right now, then why bother using that button ever? So yeah, you either buff crouching medium kick so much that the other buttons become useless, or you over buff the other buttons as well in some other way. And I think this isn't really necessary. I think that's really overdoing it. I think Ryu just slightly struggles in the footsie battle. He has some great tools like the standing light kick. That is phenomenal, by the way, especially in combination with the light donkey kick, the buffer. That's like insanely good for Ryu in Season 4. That was like the main thing that changed Ryu in Season 4, that made a lot of like really bad matchups a little bit more playable. So yeah, that's basically my thoughts on the whole crouching medium kick discussion and normals in general. So yeah, for the rest of Season 5, the balance changes, for example, I really just wish the top tiers would change a little bit more. This is something that people have talked about quite a lot, and I actually didn't agree with that for a long time. I always thought, okay, we shouldn't purposefully make the strong characters like really weak just so the top tier shuffle more. That shouldn't be the goal. The goal should be to get every character as close as possible to one another, so we have the most like the best balanced game. That should be the goal, right? Not flat out destroy a character that was strong in a previous season. But the more I think about this, the more I feel like Capcom has been pretty bad at like making other characters good and nerfing the strong characters. The characters that are currently on top have been on top for quite some time, and I think people are really annoyed by that. People would like to see a little bit more variety, so I feel like it's reasonable to ask Capcom to make sure that Season 5 doesn't have like 6 Rashids at Capcom Cup 2020, right? I think this should be a reasonable goal, because these characters, like Karen, we've seen so much Karen the last couple of years, we've seen so much Akuma and Rashid, right? And I just hope they're gonna have a proper effort to make this a little bit different in Season 5, so people look at tournaments and they see other characters, maybe like Ryu. How about that? Ryu in a Capcom Pro Tour event. That would be awesome. In terms of new content, I'm not so sure what to think about that. We already know there's going to be new V-skills for every character, and that alone is dramatically changing. That's going to change everything. Every matchup has to be reevaluated, not just because of the balancing, but every character is going to have a new tool that you have to worry about. And we'll have to see how that goes. I think that's going to be like the main game changer is going to be the new V-skill 2. In terms of content, and this is why I'm surprised Capcom showed this at the North American Regional Finals. I think there was like, shouldn't you want to have like the biggest announcement at Capcom Cup? This is something I think I talked about in my previous video as well, when we talked about the Gil announcement and everything, right? I was surprised about that because they could have gotten away with just showing Gil and not the new V-skills, and everybody would have been happy. It would have been a good enough announcement to set up the Champion Edition and the new V-skills for Season 5 at Capcom Cup. But because we didn't get that, I'm really left surprised and thinking, do they have something even bigger in store for us? Because this seems unusual. This just doesn't seem like the right thing to do unless they have something bigger to announce. Maybe I'm setting myself here up for disappointment, but I feel like Capcom Cup, there's just no way they're just gonna announce the 40th character, which is apparently, according to like, if you decode some cryptic stuff of Capcom, it seems to be a female character. There's this picture. And it seems like Capcom is trying to hint at a female character. I'm not sure if they're just trolling or trying to set wrong expectations so we don't guess the last character properly. Not sure about that. A lot of people have been guessing Seth because of leaks, not because they're geniuses, but because of leaks people have been guessing Seth. I think Seth is an incredibly odd choice to guess unless you have leaks that suggest Seth is actually being worked on. So yeah. I think Seth is going to happen, just like Oro and Rose. I think all of those characters are pretty much confirmed at this point. We just don't know when they're going to happen. And for this announcement in particular, I would love to see Rose. I mean, if you've followed my channel for the last couple of years, maybe you know in Street Fighter 4 I did play Rose as a secondary, so I would love to see her in Street Fighter 5. So yeah, those are my expectations for Season 5. I know a little bit of an unstructured video that I just did. Maybe not a lot different than my other videos where I just talk. But yeah, I'm a little bit in a hurry. I want to stream as quickly as possible right before Capcom Cup, and I'm running out of time because there's just so much stuff to do. I'm really not getting any break whatsoever. So yeah, guys, let me know what your thoughts are on Season 5. What are your expectations? I'm pretty excited and I'm looking forward to what Capcom has in store for us. I really hope they're not going to disappoint, but yeah, guess tomorrow I'm going to already be able to do an update video on that and see how that went. Anyways, guys, enjoy Capcom Cup 2019. As I said, check me out on Twitch. If you're watching this right now and Capcom Cup is not live, I'm streaming right now, twitch.tv/mdz_Jimmy. So yeah, I'll see you then, guys. Take care.